Hello and good morning. So guys, I'm sure you recognize this from an earlier video that I did. This is my local park. It's now almost 3 months to the day since I came into the place, and as you can see, no snow, because that's what we were dealing with last time. I think it was the 6th or 7th of December, and it was -1 when I came here, and then -2 the next day when I came afterwards on a sunnier day. Sorry, I'm just adjusting a little bit. It's the 8th of March. It's a cloudy day, and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. And at 6 o'clock in the morning it was -2, and now it's 2 degrees. But the biggest difference is, as I said, it's spring, and this is a lovely place to come to in spring, and I'll show you why. The very first video I did was the one in here. It was an ambient video of the flowers. You can hear the birds, which you couldn't in December, so quite a lot of the birds have come back. And the difference that we've got here, there's the old house, always looking good. But what we've got here, more importantly, is the flowers. They're starting to bloom. There we go. As you can see, this is a small patch, and the gardeners here are all voluntary, but they do a fantastic job, because what they'll do now is, as this patch starts to die down, the next patch will start to grow and will be a different colour. So these will be white daffodils, and they're not quite ready to bud, whereas the yellow daffodils here are in full bloom, or getting there. And then as we go further over, there is a spot over here that I want to show you that I didn't show you last time very well. It's a commemorative spot that I didn't get to show you last time, but I'm certainly going to show you today. I think it's gone down to 0 because it's starting to lightly snow as well. But we'll see how we go, because today's the day I want you to come out and do some filming. But we'll see. I do like this spot over here. You can see the flowers already, you can see where I'm going. But there's a carpet of them further down. And here we go. Some of them have budded, some of them are blooming, but not just yet. And they're getting there. And then over here, we've got more. Here we go. What I wanted to show you was this tree. And I am going to come back to it later in the year when the leaves start to grow. As you can see, you got some sort of growth on it, but nothing particular yet. But here we go. This is the bit that I wanted to show you. It's surrounded by flowers, and it's a Holocaust memorial tree of 2002 to remember the child victims of the Holocaust and other genocides. And again, I'm not into the politics. I think it's beautiful that they've done this, because you've got hundreds of little flowers all over. And I suppose because they're multifaceted, multicoloured, it kind of signifies the different children, I suppose, from different places who've suffered and been victims. One more thing to quickly show you, and in 3 or 4 weeks' time all of the trees that you see down here, past the bike, past that little fence area, these are all Japanese, as I understand it. They're all cherry trees, and every one of them will be in bloom. And when they are, it's amazing. They don't bear fruit, which is why I'm thinking the Japanese cherry trees, because the Japanese ones don't generally bear fruit. Here we go, look. The flowers again. I'll just take a view of that with the house. Here we go. These are something. But again, the trees, they flower at varying times, and we've got one here that has started to flower. Not early, but it's one of the first ones that flowers. And it's just unusual to see an entire tree in flower. This one has just started. I'm going to get us close up to it. It's a little bit higher than head height, but let's just take you over really quickly to this. If I come back in a week's time, this will be absolutely full in bloom. Here we go. These are way above my head, actually. You can see the breezes. That one there will bloom white. And then down here, just before I go, I'm going to really quickly show you the flowers that are in white. I don't know what flowers they are. Somebody keeps telling me, but I keep forgetting. And they're here every year. And what happens is, they're not quite fully in bloom yet. You give it another week, and you'll get a carpet of white on that small hill there towards the houses. And then after about 3 weeks, you'll get a carpet of yellow. So it just colours over time. I'm just really quickly going to get myself over here and show you. It's a very different proposition to what it was when it was snowing, obviously. There we go, a little bit of white and purple and a bit of yellow as well. As you can see, they're just starting to bud up. Some nice gold ones there, lovely purple ones, and quite the ocean of white. And every one of these is a flower. And then over here, the daffodils will come out. Okay guys, there's the tree again, look. I'll leave it there, and just wanted to share it with you. In 3 or 4 weeks time it will be totally different. It will be absolutely full of bloom, and I'll come back and show you that. Okie dokie, hope you've liked it. Hope I didn't bore you too much, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye for now. Hello and good morning everyone. It's Tal from The Ambient Life. I wanted to do this one today because I wanted to share a well-known English idiom of "he spoke too soon." I did this yesterday and it was quite sunshiny and a little bit overcast, but it was beautiful because I was talking about how spring was coming along and all the rest of it, and suddenly it started snowing. And frankly, it's very light snow, as you can see, and it hasn't stopped. It's been snowing for almost 24 hours straight, but it's light flaky stuff. If you look at the ground, it's not settling because actually it's quite warm. There was a council guy in clearing away some dead brush. It wasn't really possible. I'm really glad I got this opportunity because actually it's the snow on the trees that looks amazing to me. And the first video that I did, it was the aftermath, and this time I've actually got it whilst it's snowing. So it looks a little bit like a scene from a Christmas card, but it's March. And spring's here. And what are they doing? Officially, it's spring in about a week and a half time here, the 22nd or 23rd of March, I think. As you can see, this is our spring weather. Let's have a look at that. Look at that. Tiny, tiny branches, overladen. I'm going to see, I can't reach to pull one, but I'm not, so I won't. It'll only end up going all over me, knowing my luck. So, I came over to show you the house and to show you the daffodils. And I'm going to do the same run or the same walk and show you the same flowers as I did on my first video yesterday. So, here we go towards the front of the house, as you can see. And that's the first patch of daffodils there. And this is what happens when you get a sudden flurry of snow amongst the daffodils. So here they are. They've come out and they're just laden with snow. Now, the good thing is, yesterday while we were doing this, or I was doing this for you, it was -1. Now it's only 0 degrees, so these things may look a little bit forlorn, but trust me, they're very hardy. They're not forlorn at all. Look at this. I didn't even notice this yesterday. Look at that. Wowza. What an amazing view. This park is across the road from my house. It's literally, if I went across the road and jumped over, it would be literally a road to cross, albeit a bigger one. But to get in, I've got to go 50 yards up the street and then in. So it's 100 yards. Really, from my home, which is why I visit it so often and take so much of it, because it's my local spot and I love it, I really do. And as you can see, it was spring yesterday and it's winter today. So yes, I spoke too soon. That's the idiom. It's the classic version of me saying, oh well, the buses have been on time lately, I think we're going to be okay, and then you don't see one for the next 3 hours. Or spring is finally here, look at the flowers, and then suddenly you get this ridiculousness. Here we go, look. These are the flowers that I showed you yesterday. I'm probably going to tag this onto the same video actually. I'll have it as a 24-hour thing, or possibly do 2. And I'll publish them both at the same time. I never edit them, I get told off quite a lot, but never mind. I just love the way the trees look. I just love the way the trees look when they're laden with snow. This is a different visual canopy today, and a very different proposition. Look, that's my footsteps. A very different proposition than yesterday. And it hasn't even been 24 hours because, he says stamping your feet, I actually came down here at about 11 o'clock yesterday, and it's now only about 9 o'clock in the morning. It probably isn't even 9, but it's, with it being snowy, sorry, I'm shaking about a bit because I'm trying to get a view of the time on my watch. Here we go, it is 8:51. So I want to take you down to the tree that I was showing you yesterday. These are the Japanese cherry trees that I talked to you about that look amazing when they're in full bloom. And of course we had one that was in bloom. So I just want to have a look at that because it's in bloom and snow laden at the same time. These are big trees here as well, you know. It's a lovely silver beech. And another one which is a much more mature silver beech. And those poor daffodils again. Bless. They'll be right as rain in the next couple of days when the snow dissipates. We're having average temperatures that are in the minus at night and in the +2, 3s and 4s during the day. So once this snow stops, the temperature won't go down, it's likely to go up, and it's literally just time of year. So here we go. Let's see if this works. Yep. Look how deep it is on those branches. That's crazy time. Okay, so walking along some of the beech trees there, under the tree. And here we have it. Snow with a pink cast. Cherry tree that's early blossomed to snow. And it's now lower than head height. Actually, some of the lowest branches are the height of my chest because of the weight of the snow. So if you look at this, wow, that one is the height of my chest. A little bit of blossom there. I can get that. And then that there. Oh, snow on my face. There we go. This is the one that looks really amazing when it's got the white blossoms on it that I was telling you about. And we're going to do a quick walk over to see how the I don't know what they're called. They're too big for snowdrops. A lovely do you know, it's really strange because that's the one that I've got on my photo. It's a lovely white version of these flowers and I have no idea what they're called. If anybody's into flowers and horticulture, by all means let me know. Ironically, Christmas tree in snow. You see that one in the distance there? Winter and spring. What do the Cockneys say? Would you Adam and Eve it? I like Cockney rhyming slang. Apples and pears for stairs. Ah, here we go. See, these were mostly white flowers with a few clumps of purple and a few clumps of yellow. Now that's the yellow one that we looked at yesterday. You can just see that, but you can't make out any of the other flowers. It's just the daffodils you can see. So guys, I'm going to leave that here, and as I say, I'm probably going to have it as the as a second parter to the one I did yesterday. And I think you can see the snow is still falling, and I was actually walking in the other direction, and it was a little bit thicker than this. And as I was walking, because there was a little bit of a breeze, the snowflakes were following me. I literally had this snowflake as it was flowing down in front of my nose for about 15 yards. It was bizarre. So there you go. My little park, less than 24 hours after I was showing off the beautiful spring flowers that come in here, because you have so many really good ones. It's such a tiny spot, and you'll get to see them later, I'm sure, but this is something that I've not been able to do, catch it in snow. Okay, so guys, if you enjoyed that, give it a like. By all means, feel free to comment. If somebody knows the name of those flowers, that would be great. Otherwise, I shall see you on the next one. Bye for now.